Ray Allen officially announced his retirement over at the Players Tribune in a letter to his younger self. This is something that a lot of players have started to do via the Players Tribune. Is from their Ray Allen's 41-year-old perspective, wrote a letter to his 13-year-old self. And one of the things he mentioned in that letter, the one thing I took away from it was he said, God can give you a lot of things. We know he's a religious man, but he said, God can give you a lot of things, but what he cannot give is a good jump shot that I had to work at.
Yeah,
It's like,
I like that.
solid. Considering Ray Allen, a lot of the Instagram accounts today, House of Highlights, NBA Retro, some fun ones, NBA.com, they're all showing Ray Allen's game winner against the Heat. And I think that does a slight injustice to Ray Allen because it's such a recent moment. It's a very rememberable moment, and it did. It got them back in the game, back in the series, and the Heat ended up winning that championship.
You mean against the Spurs?
Against the
Oh,
Spurs.
yeah.
Yes,
The Heat.
for the Heat, yes. However, if you go back to Ray Allen on the Milwaukee Bucks and the Seattle Supersonics, you realize that Ray Allen was a phenomenal driver to the rim. There was times where there's a great top 10 where I was watching today and remember when he was on the Bucks and he just dunked over Tracy McGrady. There was the time when he was on, I believe, the Supersonics and he just got down in the paint and was blocking a young Tyson Chandler.
Yeah.
And so it's like it just shows his all-around game. Here's a couple of elements in regards to Ray Allen. Obviously, he's going to go down as one of the greatest shooters and one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time. Right now, he has the most three-point field goals made. The important thing to note is he also was the most efficient from that range.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd, nearly 2,000 three-pointers made, 34.9%. Isn't that great? Ray Allen, on 40% shooting with nearly 3,000, is. Here's the reality, though, is it's not going to last that long.
No.
Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, possibly J.R. Smith. That's off the top of my head. Will pass him within 5 years.
Yeah, and the other thing to take into it, the guy was shooting at this rate when three-point shooting wasn't as prominent as what it was now. Now, he was, as it was moving, I'm not saying it wasn't there, specifically, as you mentioned, when he moved over to the Miami Heat and was still proving that he could make those game-winning corner threes that everyone loved to watch him make. But at times, when you look at him at the Celtics, and as you mentioned with the Supersonics, he was doing it when it wasn't considered the in thing. He was doing it before it was cool, man.
Right.
He was a zombie before zombies were cool.
He made it cool.
He made it cool. So he did make it cool. I loved watching Ray Allen. He is easily one of my most favorite players. There's some things about Ray Allen that I think are often overlooked. It's very similar to when you're mentioning LeBron James. Everyone thinks his athleticism, his dunking ability, these things about it, he's a great passer, which you don't really notice. Ray Allen was a great conductor as well. He just was an intelligent basketball player.
Yes.
He was able to conduct the floor, not even as he wasn't a point guard at times. He was just able to conduct and maneuver the spaces on the floor that was so beneficial to his teammates and so hindering to his opponents because he's always a threat. If you get him on the perimeter, no one wants to leave him open.
Right, and he also had this. I still think until Klay Thompson came around, because Klay Thompson has the most fundamentally perfect looking shot.
Yeah.
When you talk to people that coach, guys again, I'll mention b-ball breakdown guys and college coaches. They started to teach what Klay Thompson does because they just look at it and go, well, you're not going to find a more fundamentally perfect shot. Ray Allen wasn't necessarily the most orthodox looking shot, but it was a sweet jumper and the flick of the wrist. He was also, when they talk about getting off the ground, he got off the ground 90 degrees straight up.
Yeah.
It was always balanced. He always found his center of gravity. It's something that also J.J. Redick kind of added to Ray Allen's ability where on the runner, J.J. Allen can find and get squared.
Yeah.
Not supposed to be squared, but in that way, just that perfect vertical up.
I love the way the trajectory of his shot is always amazing to me. Some of his shots looked as if they would just go in and not enough more, just to even get over the rim and then just splash. He was, even when you're watching it in NBA 2K terms, I used to love going with him. And it would literally feel like he would jump above and level with the rim, and the shot would just go in in a straight line.
Just throw it down.
Straight down. So, yeah, he's a phenomenal player. It's sad to see some of these players from that era walk out. It seems like the Celtics dynamic players that helped them deliver them that championship are heading off one by one. Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, I'm sure this is Paul Pierce's last year. Rajon Rondo, maybe a couple of years behind them. Sad to see those guys. Those are phenomenal players.
Yeah, man. We were just talking before the show that you're talking Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, and Ray Allen going to go into the Hall of Fame on the same day, and that's going to be one hell of a Hall of Fame class, if not one of the best of all time. real quick, we could take a look at his Ray Allen's accolades and then some stats in itself. A 2-time NBA champion, a 10-time All-Star. Never made the first team, but twice featured on the All-NBA second and third team. NBA All-Rookie second team, and then even back to college at UConn. He was the Big East Player of the Year, 2-time first-team All-Big East in the mid-'90s. Played at Madison Square Garden a lot. I was too young to be going to see that. My dad always told me he was watching UConn basketball when he was young. When I was a child, he would go see it. And first-team All-American, NBA all-time, 3-point leading scorer. And then just to look at his stats, and the reason I pick up his stats from the next card, which has Milwaukee and Seattle from like the mid-'90s into the early 2000s. Those numbers that you're looking at, 24.5, 5.9. Assists and 5.6 rebounds in 2002, 2003. Those are what Derrick Rose won an MVP with, roughly.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a guy who people forgot was a strong rebounder before, because when you get to the end of his career, he was really from 2011 Boston to 2014, those last 3-4 years, he was just a corner three shooter. And it does him a slight injustice just because, 26.5 points a game the year before he went to Boston. He was also a 90% free throw shooter, 95.2% from the line. He was gold, money from the free throw line, an all-around great player. I don't know where he'll fall in the ranks of all time, but there's obviously an argument for top 25 or top 30 players of all time for Ray Allen, maybe even higher than that. He's not going to crack out like anybody's top 10, top 15 would be a stretch too, but he's definitely in those conversations. An illustrious 20-year career, or 18-year career. We wish him the best. He's not coming out of retirement. We still want the Golden State Warriors thing to happen so he can be the splash father.
That's it.
It's just too good. It's too easy.
Yeah, it would be great to see it.
Maybe he'll come back in 5 years, a splash grandfather.
Well, how many years was it Michael Jordan was out before he came back for the Wizards?
Jordan was out for, I believe, 2 years, came back at 38, and still averaged like 20 on 45% shooting. It's like pretty remarkable.
Like, there's certain players that you just couldn't imagine coming back because the fundamentals of the game, a lot of them was their athleticism and their speed and all that stuff. But Ray Allen's the type of guy, like, you bring Ray Allen back, you could bring a J.R. Smith back if he was to head out. Like, guys that are just really good shooters that maybe don't rely so much on their bodies as much. Like LeBron James, once he goes out, if he comes back, he's not going to come back anywhere near as good because his body is a big part of what makes him phenomenal.
22 years old. No one knows it.
Yeah.
Though. He's revert Benjamin Button disease. All right, comment below, like, favorite, subscribe. Where do you hold Ray Allen amongst the all-time greatest players in NBA history? Where does he crack into? 20, 30, 40? Not 40. At Francis_Maxwell, at JaceRumer91. See you next.